Hey guys, welcome back to SA Homestead. Today we're going to be talking about how to prune protea plants. Proteas generally do not need to be fertilized, but if your plant seems to be struggling or you just want to give it that initial boost, you can give it fertilizer. But make sure that it's fertilizer specific to the fynbos family. Don't go and give it any ordinary fertilizer that is, let's say, fish emulsion. I don't use fish emulsion because you can actually burn the plants. The fertilizer we use has an NPK ratio of 19 to 2 to 11. So what that implies is that it has 19 parts nitrogen, 2 parts phosphorus, and 11 parts potassium. Nitrogen helps with leaf growth, and phosphorus helps with root development, and potassium helps with flowering. We use Culterra fynbos Super Grow. It is a granule, and we have seen that it really does make a difference. It is used for fynbos, and we only really do it once a year. The time to fertilize is usually in the growth season, so in spring. But I do like to fertilize our fynbos just before winter, just so that they can gather all their stores and just give them that initial boost when we just go into spring. So this is a slow release fertilizer. It's very, very high in nitrogen. And yes, I'm just going to show you how we apply it to our plants. So it is a blue and white granule. It is semi-organic, so parts of it are organic and some parts of it aren't. That's why you need to make sure that you water the plant thoroughly after giving it fertilizer. So we usually give them just a cap full of the granules and spread it around the root system of the plant, like so. Once you spread it around the root system, you then want to fill up your watering can and water it thoroughly. So I filled up my watering can, and I'm just going to water the fertilizer in thoroughly. I'm going to let the water drain just so that the fertilizer doesn't run off, and then I'm going to water it again. Let it drain off, and then I'm going to water it for the last time. You want to make sure, because often people make the fatal mistake of fertilizing their plants and then they look and they say, oh, but look, there's still granules left. They then go and water and water and water until those granules disappear. This, because it's a slow release fertilizer, it will not dissolve immediately, but it will dissolve over time. You want to make sure that if you do get any fertilizer granules stuck in the leaf nodes or on the leaves, you want to water them thoroughly off, because the fertilizer will then absorb any water that is in the leaves and will cause the leaves to be burnt. With Culterra fertilizer, you'll start to see a difference over a matter of months. It will not be instant, and it will just make your plant that much happier. I used it on our high gold proteas. We only have one high gold protea at the moment because we actually had a disease on our other two, which they sadly then died. But this, our last one, is actually growing back quite nicely. You can see it has lots and lots and lots of new growth on it, and it hasn't produced any flowers yet, and because it's still quite a young plant, but we'll expect it to flower quite soon. This is one of our newer varieties, and we're seeing if we like the flower and if there's a market for it, and if there is so, then we will plant more of them. We lost a few of them due to cutworms, where they actually ate the base of the roots, but luckily this plant didn't die. The Cultera Feignboss grow does not only apply to proteas, to true proteas, it can also be applied to your leucospermum range. So we use this as a filler, just to fill in a bouquet of flowers, because it has that deep red velvety top, and it also makes these tiny, nice, beautiful flowers. We also only have one of these, but it is fairly large. You can also see the other one. This one is a more slower growing variety, and you can also use it on your eurekas. This eureka also was supposed to be a filler, but it is still very small. It flowers every so often, but we find that it's a very slow grower. So we didn't plant any more of them due to that it's a very slow grower, and its flowers are very small and you don't really see them. They do have a very pungent smell, and they do look very beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.